Welcome, welcome, welcome to the first episode of the On the Block podcast. I am your host, Dylan Murray, and I'm joined by my good personal friend, Scott Edwards, and we are here to talk about the premiere of Big Brother 28. We are super excited about this upcoming season. We obviously had plenty of thoughts about the cast as we saw it earlier this week, and then the premiere episode itself was a doozy. So we're here to talk about all that and more. Getting into the season. We plan to do this every week, every Friday. Hopefully, we can kind of like get in right before nominations happen on the feeds, but after the HOH is has won, um, like Friday morning or Thursday night. So we're
Mhm.
hoping to kind of get in there like kind of perfect right there. But since it's the first week and everything's kind of chaotic, we're just going to talk about the first episode and uh, you know one spoiler from Unlocked, I guess, because that's kind of like important this week because it's first week and whatnot. But we'll get all into that. I'm excited to be here. Scott, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you excited for this season of the show?
Ah, that's a really difficult question to ask me after day 1. I never really like the first day.
Yeah.
Never really like the first week. It's
Mhm.
not until the second week where I think I get into the Big Brother flow, because I think so much of, like, early game, the earliest game, I should say, can be really boring. I think we've gotten actually pretty lucky, at least recently, where things oddly go off the mark thanks to someone who's now in the house again,
Mhm.
for example. So, like, it's a weird feeling because, like, I am excited for Big Brother to be back. I am excited for the idea of Big Brother to be back, but, like, after episode 1, I'm like, "Ugh." It's like,
Yeah. I think
"Ugh."
this year and last year, the first episode really kind of annoyed me. Like I remember
Yeah.
26. 26 was the first season that I really like watched all the way through, like watched on the premiere, like, like started. Like I watched some of 25, I watched some of the previous seasons, and I watched, the teens. But when I really got back into it, and 26 didn't really like bother me that much. It was, it was a bit campy because Big Brother's campy. But like I feel like this year and last year, the it's very twist first. You know what I mean? It's not very
Yeah.
like introduce the cast first, and also there are some things about this, like I thought the AI arena introduction for and like the you know getting the what was the power ups or whatever, and like the downgrades, upgrades and downgrades. Like I thought that was all like interesting and a good first couple episodes to do. And I feel like last year with the mastermind and this year with given an excuse to bring back, old players or icons as they're
Mhm.
calling them. Um, it just kind of is very heavy-handed, and it takes a
Yeah.
lot of time to like get going, and you don't really get to see any initial feeling. You know what I mean? Like any
Yeah,
initial
for
feelings from
sure.
anybody. I mean, I like if you even look at the um, confessionals, like the lineup, basically nobody got to talk that much. Like
No.
Angela,
No.
spoilers by the way. Angela is here. It was on the episode. If you didn't see that, you should probably have already watched the episode. Angela like got the most,
Bullshit.
the most the most confessionals, and other than that, it's like all these people, all of the players. I'm just not really remembering them saying anything. The only thing I remember is
No.
Melody saying that she hates Drew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was hilarious that was, like, the only, like,
That was hilarious.
the only
Yeah.
interpersonal, analyzation was, "I don't like that guy. He's loud." Like, that's great. But, yeah, so it
Yeah.
was, definitely it's gonna take more time to kinda get into the show because, um, it's just the
They
first
didn't
episode
even
doesn't really
finish
get much.
introducing everything, like,
Yeah.
that was the story of the first episode in the end is, like, we didn't even finish everything, which I guess is, like, my overall problem with how they format these shows now. Like, once upon a time, you used to be able to fit in elimination and a full HOH on Thursday nights, and I know this is the first one, so it is what it is, but, there was something about, like, we couldn't even do the first HOH on the first episode, that's an hour and a half. It's like, oh my gosh, like, this is where
We
we've
couldn't even
gone.
we couldn't even show all of the house guests who are here on day 1.
Right.
Like,
Right, like, that kinda to me showcases where we've landed,
mm,
in newer Big Brother world. I think this season has potential because I think every season has potential, with 2 spoiler alert spoiler alert, uh 2 players already in that are from either Big Brother Survivor and then another player coming from another reality, world, like, that I think is a fun addition, but I do think we're also getting to the point, maybe this is a crazy take that no one's gonna agree with, but I know, like, Big Brother's built on newbies and stuff. I think we're
mm.
getting to a point where there's, like, just not enough good new people to ever add any. 'Cause we pick, like, some of the worst. Like, people have researched and looked into these people, and it's like, maybe we should just start going to the well of other reality shows like you kinda
That
are.
wow, yeah. I feel like that's a few people are either like 100% with you or 100% against you on that take.
Oh, yeah, and listen, I get it, like, I understand the premise of Big Brother, but if you look back in, like, the history of the show, how many of the best seasons are newbies and how many of the best seasons involve, like, vets or vetted people, It's
Mm,
like it's a very interesting, thought process that I've been having because, I'm just thinking of the past, like, decade of seasons,
yeah.
and, after, like, the so many comebacks, they kinda slowed down on that, right? And they kinda stopped it, like, 20 on, they really slowed that down. And I'm like, "How many of these people are memorable that you really have to bring back?" Like, Angela is legitimately the most memorable person in the past 5 seasons. Is that a good thing? I don't know, but
Certainly the
it's a
most
thing.
memorable, like, non-winner. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, yeah, non-winner.
yeah.
Winners coming back is always a more difficult thing to do to begin with.
Mhm.
So, like,
They already
yeah,
got their
just
money.
right, exactly, like, they already won, why ruin the record? But out of the people that don't win, which I think is really who you look at of like, "Oh, who do I wanna come back?" The fact that, like, we have one person that I can really remember and it's the person they picked, it's like, "Ugh, woof."
Yeah, no, I agree. I am cautiously optimistic. The newbies this year feel interesting because I feel like they will either be really, like, shockingly interesting or they will just be really bad. Like I feel like we always look back at the season where that Rachel won, right? Was it 13? Or 12? No. One of those two, I forget.
Uh, 13, yeah, because
Yeah.
14
She
was Dan's 2nd season.
You're right, and it was Brigade. Yeah. So yeah, 13. Um and you look at the newbies that season and it's like famously they were like just not competent, like not good players, like just at all. And so obviously they got steamrolled by the five returning players, six returning players that they had. Um and I feel like we might be looking at that here, like even the people who I kind of am like, yeah, I could see them doing well. I can also like sense that this will screw them up having the three icons in the game,
Yeah,
right? So I think that's a I don't know. It's always you always got to kind of think about like why they pick people, why they pick certain people over other people. I think reading the book about like the history of Big Brother this past year kind of made me realize, and reading about Eric Stein specifically, how they picked him specifically because he was definitely going to win, and so
yeah,
they decided that he was not allowed to win, essentially. Like, like that's
yeah,
why they picked him, was because they were like, oh, he's definitely like one of the two or three people who would just steamroll because he's smart and
mhm,
charismatic and likable. So let's give him the hardest task anybody's ever been given in the game, right? So it's like when you think about it like that, and you think about how just like casting reality TV is, that kind of makes you kind of think about like what's the angle here. And I do kind of worry that the angle is that these people are not playing real ball, like, and this is early. This is very early. I'll be gladly proven wrong, but I am a bit worried that they're like, okay, so the people who are the icons are gonna kind of bloodbath these people unless
yeah,
somebody gets real sneaky with it, real smart about it,
and
and they like
and
are
that's what
able
they
to
want,
form. Yeah, for sure. I mean, why
like
would you bring back these people? You got to pay them more. If like fundamentally, like that's probably the case. Uh, if you're from a reality TV or show or
And
you're a return
truly,
player, you get a higher stipend, I believe. But
for those people who may not be super connected or listening to this, so much of the lead up to this season was talking about all these returnees,
mhm.
like that was the rumor. Like a lot of people thought maybe it'd be a full returnee season. We'd have more than just one Big Brother returnee at least. And it would become kind of like this reality season, all these different things. And it's like I think people just want that because it would just be better TV, Like, at the end of the day, like, that is what Big Brother's supposed to be, is good TV, like, you
Sure.
may not like where it lands or whatever, and that's, like, why the people that are, like, problematic, don't get always shown to be problematic. Because at the end of the day, the overall viewership of Big Brother, how many of them are actually watching live feeds and looking at live feed updates and things like that, and I think that's always so interesting because then you kinda analyze the people extra, at least I do, and, like, I did on this show especially because I was like, there feels like to be less exciting people this year than I have felt in a long time, like, even, like and I say this, like, I look at them like, there's not even potential in some of these people, like, my potential list is, like, a quarter maybe of them, and I don't think that's high enough. So ultimately, what I'm hoping for is that these people who I don't think may be good at the full game at least bring something in competitiveness or charisma that maybe we're not seeing yet. It's still so early, but the Broville didn't help me either. Like that was just like making me dislike them more. I guess this is our Broville, in so many ways. Hmm,
Yeah,
makes you think. But
brother,
I
brother.
mean, there was a dinosaur on the first episode, guys. Like we are in a different world
Oh,
with
we'll
Big
get to
Brother. We
that.
we are so long gone from the days of like I'm not even gonna go to the very beginning, but like people are almost fighting, like no, we are so cartoonish now. And I mean like fist fighting, not like yelling at each other. That still happens. But like we are so cartoonish. We are doing all these gimmicks now, CGI that looks so bad. And it's like, man, the only thing that's still the same from the beginning of this show is literally Julie Chen.
Ooh, shout out. She seems more energized the past
She
couple
does.
seasons, which I appreciate. Um, I still think back to I forget like by like season 2021, she was just over it.
I
And I
mean,
think that
they
just
were on a
kept
bad
going.
run there, man.
Yeah, yeah. But without further ado, I feel like we should just get into our first impressions of each of the house guests this year. We're doing an alphabetical order because that's what we do. Starting with Ashley. She is 24 years old. She is from Chicago, so automatically I have a soft spot for her. I was actually talking to my cousins who we all watch Big Brother, and one of them was like, "Yeah, I don't really like any of them yet, so I'm just defaulting with Ashley because she's from around here." So like, shout out to her. And yeah, I kind of going into the season that I had a similar feeling. She's a bartender and her three words were outgoing, bubbly, and an oversharer, which I like the last one. That'll be interesting. Love an oversharer in Big Brother. I think that's always like the best description. Um, and yeah, I mean, first episode, she, kind of known for losing, and immediately being a bit portrayed as like a bit ditzy, a bit, you know, I don't want to say lost, but just not really knowing what's going on a bit. I think that's an interesting angle for her going into the show. And yeah, how you feel about Ashley, Scotty?
No, that's how I feel. That's she is almost too by the book. Um, like her entire explanation, her entire video, I'm watching, I'm like, this feels too on the nose of like expectation type thing. But out of like all the people that I can cause a stir this season, I do think she's pretty high on that list. You're gonna hear that a lot as we go through these. Like, who's gonna cause a mess? Who's gonna cause a stir? Because that's why I'm watching. That's what I'm here for. I want the messiness that last season actually wasn't good, but it kind of was because it was so messy towards the end, especially. So it's like it's a very split feeling overall, but I don't think she is going to do very good. That was that was my main takeaway. She didn't count to 28, Dylan. Like she couldn't count to 28. That's
Yeah.
tough. That's a tough start. But hey, there's still room to grow, and she has started as low as possible. So good for her.
Yeah, and I mean, I think she reminds me of a lot of former players, none of which did particularly well, but like I think she can certainly. I think there is a like underrated like potential here with her, if she gets in with the right people, and I think she could because she seems to be. It's again, it's hard because we don't really know how people are feeling about anybody yet because nobody really said anything. But I don't know. I think a big thing that I'm looking at is that somebody I do predict to do quite well uh, already has a crush on her. So I think that could help her. Even though he did also lose immediately. But I think that could help her, and I think she can. I'm excited for her to prove us wrong because yeah, first episode not a great look for her. Seems a bit out, not knowing what she's doing,
Yeah.
not really picking up
The
what the game's putting down here.
the energy I will give her was I had a few people that I'm like might be the first person out. She was not one of them. So good for her.
No, no, I think she at least makes it a
But
couple times.
there's more this year I felt like, you could be the first person out than usual, and that's not ideal.
I agree. Moving on to the other person who did not win the ability to try to save themselves, we have Barrett, fellow Big Brother podcaster Barrett. So we have to show him a little bit of love. He is also like 7 foot tall. He's
Lanky.
a modern day Wembenyama. Um, and yeah, he's 27 years old. He is from Austin, Texas. Uh, he looks like he's from Austin, Texas.
He looks like he's from Austin,
He looks like
Texas.
he would. He looks like he would live in Austin, Texas. I mean that in
Oh,
like a good way, like not a bad way at least. But how are we feeling about Barrett? Like I said, he is a Big Brother podcaster. He is a jumbotron engineer, and he is quote giggly, charming, and spicy.
mhm, mhm.
And
He's
oh,
one.
and one more thing. The entirety of Big Brother Twitter thinks he is gay, but he is not.
He is
This is
not.
true.
Yeah, I saw that.
This has been a very lengthy discussion
Yep.
on the timeline.
Um, I like him in one episode.
Hmm,
You know,
I do too.
like out of the potential people I may root for this season, he is on the list, and I think
Sure.
that is one of the nicer things I'm gonna say today. Um, I think he could go pretty far, but I can't, again, right at the rip off of the game, you try to find who can win, who can make it all the way. I think where his problems may come is I'm interested to see what connections he makes within the house.
Hmm,
I think that's always very important. And that's probably the most difficult part about today is like we didn't even get to see anything in
no.
terms of clicks or anything, right? They got introduced, that was it. Um, so I'm fascinated because obviously he's not safe. That doesn't help him week 1 by any means. I'm hoping he kind of avoids the nerdy guy who kind of gets outcasted role that has been a thing in Big Brother history.
Yeah.
Um, so that's like my one worry, but I think if he gets past like the first 2 weeks, he's good. Like he'll be it's because he's in a good spot. I'm interested to see how he does in comps. He didn't seem like the athletic type in terms of
If
compared to
there's a
like.
competition that you got to reach something,
Yeah, that's
I think he's
true.
clean.
That's true. That's true. It doesn't help again that he's not protected. So I didn't even get to see if he could compete. I got to see
Yeah,
nothing.
and
Like
and that's sort of a thing that like is very detrimental first week. And like we talked about how Ashley, we don't think she'll necessarily be the first one evicted. However, I do think Barrett and Ashley need to be concerned because when it's week one, the HOH, whoever they may be, usually is like, I just need to find something that
Mhm.
will give me a reason to put them up, put
Yeah.
anybody up. So being like, well, you two couldn't do the most basic challenge ever.
Right, right, right.
Like if people told the HOH that, because obviously HOH will be one of the returnees, wasn't well, I keep saying returnees, only one of them's coming back. One of the icons. Um and obviously they won't have known that they failed but if they're
Right.
told that, it would be like, oh well, they suck and should go up on the block. Like that's
Exactly.
the easiest answer is, well,
Which
neither of them could do it. So
which,
you know,
spoiler alert, that is not a position you wanna be in with
no,
one of the people coming in.
no. So yeah, that's kind of the problem, right? Is
Yeah.
I think, while I don't see, I could definitely see both Barrett and Ashley going far. I'm just kind of linking them together because one, he has a crush on her, and I'm rooting for him. And two, that they both lost. Uh,
Yeah.
I think that it doesn't bode well, just ultimately in terms of
Yeah.
numbers, that like they ought to
Yeah.
already have something that can be used against them. That's like, well, you guys didn't play hard enough uh,
Yeah.
to try to get safety, so you guys should lose.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think that could hurt them more than it did, like, Chelsea and,
yeah,
Cedric,
yeah.
you know?
And that's a great comp, and it's like, will these two, be able to kind of maneuver as masterfully as Cedric and Chelsea did week one, to kind
Right,
of
right,
just
right.
completely, like that didn't happen, like completely avoid
Yeah.
it. Like maybe we'll see, but yeah. So I'm interested in Barrett. I like Barrett. Early on, I agree. I am kind of like, he's one of my favorites. That I like, but we'll see. And yeah,
He's got potential.
definitely. And I'm always a fan of like the fanboys, and like I say,
Yeah.
he's a fellow podcaster. Gotta respect him. Not really, but you kind of do. Um,
Mhm.
Next up, we've got Chuck, who I cannot get a read on. I can't decide if I really like this guy or I don't. I don't know. Like I do. I like, part of me do. He seems endearing. This is Chuck. He's 27 from Dallas, Texas. Um, and he did not have the three words thing, which I usually use to, because it's easy, because we don't learn anything about anybody else. But one fun fact is that he wants to play like Corey from Big Brother 18, which is the
Yeah, that's not
craziest
good,
pull
man.
of all time,
That's not
dude.
good,
I
man.
think that's like like I couldn't like that when he said that. I was like, I don't know if this makes me like you more or less, because that's the funniest thing I've ever
He
heard.
he says, "Oh, man, let me pick a season before I go on this show since I'm not really sure what goes on," and picked a random one and watched that one and somehow walked away saying, "Yeah, that's the guy."
I
That's
think
crazy.
there's a very real possibility that, like, because he did say that his sisters and his mom used to watch Big Brother while he was growing up. Um, Although he is 27 years old, so he would be 17 during Big
He
Brother
picked the
18.
most unmemorable
Like he could have picked Paul if he was a Big Brother
person,
18
man.
fan. Like,
He
I
makes
don't
the
know. He could have
like,
picked
he said
Victor.
he
Like,
said he said, "I wanna be unmemorable." That's what he said. That's
yeah.
literally what he said. "I wanna play like Corey Brooks." What?
And hey,
Why?
I like Corey. I'm a Corey
Good
defender
for you, man.
generally. I
Good
think
for you,
he
man.
was fine. Like, he was a solid player. He wasn't dumb
Unmemorable.
completely. I don't know how anybody pulls Corey out of the hat in
Chuck,
terms of this.
Chuck, you are a big buff dude with a cowboy hat on. You are already more memorable than him.
This is
You
true.
also spelled Chuck with a K, no CK, so that's
Yeah.
kinda crazy. Um, yeah, Chuck is, like, one of the few that I have no opinion towards yet because, like you said, very tough to read. I
Yep.
was like, "I don't know if you're, like, gonna be super locked in or you kinda, like, just learning Big Brother." So,
Right.
like, that's not he came off more to me that he's learning Big Brother,
Mhm. And I mean,
which is
he
never good.
admitted it, which I appreciated, that he admitted that he was like, he's never been like a diehard fan. He's just watched the
Yeah,
seasons
thank God
every
they
once in a
picked him.
while.
Thank God they
Yeah.
picked him to go on.
Um, but
I like his hat.
I respect that because there are players who will be like, "Yeah, I've loved this game since I was a kid," and they don't
Right, right,
know
right.
what a have not is, right? Like it's like,
Right.
what are you like? You don't have to pretend. Like you can just
Dude's
say,
hat,
"Yeah,
by the
my
way,
family watches it."
I can't let go of this. The guy's hat is huge.
Yeah, big hat.
Like, he was sitting on the couch, like, while they were all sitting on the couch, I was like, "Man, that thing is wow." Yeah,
To
you
be
can't
fair, I
miss it.
think he just has a small head. Like I think
Yeah, it
his
might be
whole
why,
body
it
is
might be
giant.
why.
His hat is
Yeah,
big, and then his head is just a bit small, and that's not a
but
problem, but just a bit small
I
compared to
I want
rest.
Chuck to be good. I think that's my big
As do I.
takeaway, and I think that's the best way to explain him because we didn't get much more. I want him to be good because he seems like he's
He seems
he's in the right
endearing.
spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
he
yeah,
seems like
so
someone, I'm rooting
I
for
ho
him for sure.
I hope it goes well for him, and I hope next week I'm not regretting what I just said,
Yeah,
which, to
no,
be
I
fair,
agree.
is gonna be how I feel about a lot of people.
Yeah. I lean positive about Chuck. I'm always
Yeah.
I think historically Big Brother hasn't had many great black male players. And so I usually want them to do good and they don't usually. Like I'm always rooting for a brother and then we got Xavier. Uh and that's,
Yeah.
in
Uh-huh.
terms of like legitimately like great players.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Xavier defender, but yeah, so I'm hoping for him. I'm not super confident, but we'll see. Leaning positive about Chuck. Next up, we have Drew, who I
Ugh,
know you
no,
are not leaning
no,
positive towards.
no, no. He didn't stop talking, but he never said, like, an actual useful thing. I also hate his hair.
It's bad hair. It annoys me. The hair annoys me. No, I agree.
The only good thing
Um,
about him is he's wearing a shirt that Tony Soprano would be proud of. Other than that, man, like, this is probably my least favorite player based off of one show. That can
sure.
maybe. Nope, never mind. Second least favorite player based off of one show. But I don't know, like, I feel like he can figure something out at the
I
same
think
time.
I think he'll probably do fine. Like I think
Yeah,
in game.
like,
I don't think he's gonna
he
win it, but
did
I think he could do fine.
he's
Um,
really annoying, and I think that's actually gonna be what hurts him, if we're
sure.
being
Yeah.
honest. Like, there was someone already said, like, "He won't stop talking." Like, that was the most negative thing said about anyone new,
Correct.
and it was about him, and I
Yeah.
think that's very memorable because that's not gonna go away. It's just gonna get worse.
Yeah, no, and I mean he didn't get safety first week, which is, again, if you're looking for stuff to get somebody out with, and just talking a lot could be that one thing that makes him a nominee this week, and that's always like, that's rough. But yeah, I don't know. I don't particularly like Drew. Everything I learn about him, I like. I'm like, okay, I don't hate you. Because like it's like, oh, if he wins, he's gonna donate to a charity. It's like that's nice. Or oh, he really likes Josh Martinez, which endears him to me, but obviously enrages makes him worse to you. And so it's like there
Yeah,
are
I
certain
could
things like
see why.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Doesn't stop talking, very loud, very a lot. Um, yeah, I don't know. This is somebody who I'm probably going to get annoyed by
Josh
if
was
in a
memorable,
few
though. I
weeks.
don't think this kid's gonna be memorable.
That's kind of the problem. Like I could see him, getting into late pre-jury,
He
but he
alright,
could
this is gonna
also
sound
just get
mean.
out first day, first week.
This is gonna sound mean. I think he's, like, the epitome of what I was saying of new Big Brother players. Like, to me, he doesn't bring enough to the table to excite me in any way outside of, "Wow, you're annoying, man."
I can see it.
Like
I
like,
mean,
his introduction video was like, "Man, I had bad teeth, and I learned how to have good teeth, and that changed my life." And I was like, "Okay. I
he's
mean,
also he's also like
alright."
obsessive over getting on reality TV shows. He was on the
Yeah, I
Beast
don't like that.
Games.
I
Um,
don't like that.
he was on the Button, one of the Jubilee shows. Like he's been on Jubilee a bunch. He is from California. He's younger than me.
Alright.
That's kind of crazy.
I
22
do
years old.
believe that, not saying you're old, I just think that
No,
he
but
came off as a
yeah,
literal child.
yeah. But I just forgot that they like are recruiting people who are like
Yeah.
actively younger than me. Like I'm getting damn. Um, but yeah, I don't know about him. I don't think he's gonna do great. I think he can.
No.
I think he could
Hope he
survive.
doesn't. Hope he's first
Yeah,
one out.
I don't. Sure. Uh, but yeah,
Hey,
I don't know
listen,
about it.
listen, I'm just giving my honesty.
No, I think that's valid. I'm lean negative on him. Like
The
I
actual
don't.
person I want first out can't be, so.
This is true, and we'll get to them a little bit later. Next up is Haley. She is 29 years old from
Mhm,
Missouri,
mhm.
and she said she is outgoing, bubbly, and fun. And she said it
Plays
in the most
softball.
deadpan, not fun, outgoing, or bubbly way possible.
Yeah, this is like, the person that the Big Brother, online community has had the most fun with. I
Was
think
she
that would be
on the
how I say
show?
that.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. I do not like. I know she moved in, but
I know she threw a softball. I remember
she
that
did
because
that.
I
She
said,
had the
what
horse.
does
She
this
had the
have to
horse.
do?"
Yes, yes, yes. She had the horse.
Yeah, yeah, she's, like, kinda jacked, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Her. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom actually pointed that out. She's like, "Damn,
I
she's
don't
jacked."
remember her once she stepped in the house, though.
That's what I mean. Like I remember her
Yeah.
like her intro, but like she just yeah. She says she has a big bubbly personality. Again, waiting to see that. Didn't get that vibe off the bat, but we will see. And yeah, I have next to nothing to say about her if I'm being completely honest. She gives me Brooklyn vibes. I think that's what I'll say. She gives me Brooklyn vibes from a few years ago. Brooklyn, fine player, not particularly great, but not bad either. But that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from her.
That's fair.
Is just kind of like yeah, like she won't be my favorite. She when she goes, I'll be like oh
She's just
okay,
gonna
like
be there.
yeah, and like maybe she'll do a good move, maybe she'll do a bad move, but I don't see her moving the needle much this
No.
season in the way that even the previous people we've talked about, like even Drew, I feel like could at
Yeah.
least make people really mad. I feel like
Right.
Haley will just kind of like lose at some
Mhm.
point. Like that's kind of the vibe I
Yeah.
get, but you never know. She is jacked, she is tall, she is athletic. That could really help her here, but we'll see. Not sure how she'll do, but again, very little read on her. And not in a way where it's like I'm interested. Like with Chuck, I'm just
Yeah.
like, I wonder what this guy's about. With her, I'm just like, yeah, she'll be
Uh-huh.
here till she
Uh-huh.
ain't. Uh
That's true.
on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have Jason, who I immediately fucking love. I think he's awesome.
Oh,
I love Jason.
I think Jason's the heavy favorite to win.
Yeah, I adore Jason. I think he's dope. Um, Best friends with Frankie Grande, who we are also big fans of, Big Brother performance wise. Uh, just yeah, I think Jason has a lot of potential to do great. I will say, there's definitely worry with
Oh,
again
yeah.
one of the first game moves that we saw in the episode was him telling people to not trust
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the icons who at
Devons.
this point if you haven't watched the show we're just gonna say their names
We can
not
spoil
to trust
that.
Devons. Yeah, he already said not to trust Devons. He was telling people that's a bad idea, especially because
Yeah.
Devons is one of the three people who could win HOH. Like
Yeah.
you should not
Well, he
do
didn't
that.
know that at the time.
No, he did. They
Oh,
told
he
him that.
did, you're
Yeah,
right.
they
That
they
makes it way
told them
worse.
that the icons would be
Well,
fighting
he's
for
safe, though,
HOH.
so it's fine.
True, true. This is true.
He is
So
safe.
yeah, first
So,
week,
me.
Jason's safe, but I am a bit worried about maybe him being a bit too aggressive early on, which is always
Mhm.
kind of
Yep.
another instance of looking for something to
Yeah.
get some mad at somebody about,
I
and put them up.
I
That
am
could be a week to worry.
fascinated to see if Frankie gave Jason any pointers.
If it
'Cause I
was
do
to
think
win comps, he already got one down.
yeah, yeah, like, Frankie was a great player, um, and obviously very famous. Jason is a bit famous, but not as famous as Ariana Grande's brother. Um, it Jason's really interesting to me, not just because, like, I think he's fun, but I think, like, he can steamroll them, you know?
Yeah,
If there were no icons, like, this would
he'd
be his season.
easily be the favorite.
Like this
Yeah.
would be his season, plain and simple. The icons, I think, are gonna be his bump in the road, and I'm wondering if he teams up with any icon. The faked icon, Rachel, I could say that because it happened. Uh, like, I could have seen that be an absolute power duo if that was a real thing.
Yeah.
Um but since it's not, I'm just fascinated, but, like, I think this is gonna be a hard carry by Jason this season, for the newbies, like, I think this is the one, like, you need he may not win because of, I think, what it's gonna probably be, like, domination in some ways, and probably very talkative, based off
Mm.
being the first person on the opening night to say anything of use for any of us. But I'm excited to see how it goes. I really am. I think he's gonna play hard. He's gonna play quick, and I'm interested to see who he teams up with because
Likewise.
I think he's gonna be against what could be the bigger side of the house, just based on who I could see be the bigger side of the house. Like, I don't see him pairing up with, like, I don't remember the mustache guy's name. Um,
R something. I have him here.
yeah, but,
Rome.
like,
Rome. Rome.
yeah, I don't see
Not
that being a
Udinese.
combo, and I kind of expect Rome to be on the other side, you know?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
their personalities were not similar, but who knows? Who knows? They could just be one big group and they're all part of it, you never know. That is how Big Brother works, so we'll see, but Jason has me excited.
Yeah, Jason's immediately one of my favorite newbies around here. For those who don't know, he is a drag queen by the name of Selena S. Titties, which great name, a lovely name. They didn't let him say it on TV, but Selena S. Titties,
Just
that's
said
based.
Selena, right?
Yeah, that's Selena.
Yeah.
Love it, and yeah, former RuPaul Drag Race star twice over, and yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm ready. I'm ready for him to do well. And again, bit worried about him playing a bit too hard, a bit too early. Um, but he does have immunity, so it's like that's
Yeah.
fine.
So he
You know?
can
Yeah,
he
like
you just don't want him to become enemy number 1 the moment he's not safe anymore.
exactly. So yeah,
Maybe
I
not
think
enemy, but target number
he's
1.
he's one of the cases where I think worst case, like the what could really get him is that he's just too good and people see it too early.
Yeah.
But we'll
Uh-huh.
see. Next up, we have Kamu Kirk. I don't like this
Mm.
guy. Don't like this guy. Um, I love MMA, but I hate MMA fighters.
So
And
I need you to know this. I laughed at myself, like, he's like, "I'm not gonna tell them I made it to the UFC." And I was like, "I don't think they'd care, man." Like, I really
in fact, you
don't, like,
should tell them. They'll think, "Oh, he has brain damage. We're chill." Like
yeah,
that's what will happen.
like,
Like as
I
as
don't
combat
know.
sports fans, like please, you should tell them. You should definitely tell them.
Yeah, like, I thought he was really gonna say, like, "Oh, so I don't need the money." I was like, "No, no, that would no, you do need the money. I know that for a
Definitely
fact
need the
too."
money.
Yeah, like, I know Dana ain't paying you. Um, yeah, bad vibes.
Bad vibes altogether. Yeah, but very, very funny that it's like, yeah, I'm not
He
going
had
to
a
tell him.
very he had a very nice introduction video. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
Very big family guy,
yeah,
wants to be seen as loving or something. He
mm,
said something, like, ridiculous. I was like, "Alright,
yeah.
buddy."
He's a lover, not a fighter type thing. Yeah.
I was like, "You literally are a fighter though, buddy. I see it in your ears."
Well, I don't, dude. My again, my mom, who will appear on this podcast at some point, I convinced her. But my mom was saying that she's like, damn, he got a fucked up nose. You could tell he was a fighter. Like, look
Yeah,
at that nose. And I was like,
yeah.
dude, look at his ears.
He is one of the people I could see get very angry at one point because
Yeah.
anyone that's like, "I wanna be seen as not angry and stuff," I'm like, "Okay, so you're
Most
gonna get
likely
angry."
to get banished, him. Like, I don't think anybody's getting banished this year. I think we're all chill. I think it's all good in the hood. But if one person were to get banished, I think it's him. Um,
Yeah, I think him and Rome are gonna be, like, best buds.
we'll talk about Rome in a little bit. Rome confuses me quite a bit, and we'll get to him. But yeah, neither of us
Yeah.
are particularly fond. I think Kamu's an early least favorite on the cast for me. I just don't like this guy.
That's
Um,
fair, that's fair.
yeah, he just
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't get enough from him to get super annoyed, but I
Sure,
obviously, like,
sure.
there's stuff that's leaked. Um, yeah, he's lower for sure. He didn't annoy me too much in the first episode of what I got to
Yeah,
see. I feel like he's gonna be a live feeds problem.
yeah. He's Riley-esque
Like,
in that way. Yeah,
Riley. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
But
I
next
mean, I
up,
hope he's not. It would be nice if he wasn't,
yeah, it'd be
for what it's
lovely if
worth.
all these people were like genuinely
Yeah.
like fine people.
Yeah, that'd
Um,
be great for once.
Next up, we have Latrice, who is 57 years old and from
Yeah, doubt
Kankakee,
it.
which is very close to where I live.
I
So
so I need everyone to know. I saw her. I was like, oh, she's gonna be probably like 40. Good for her. And then they were like 57. I was like, huh?
yeah, no, that show is insane. Damn, black
I
don't
like
crack.
that all
That's the
the
truth.
older people they're bringing in are badass.
Yeah, no,
We
I'm
had
I'm
Cappy
I'm happy
Will
about this.
last year.
Yeah.
Her name's Latrice, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, she's already badass. She was already like, "Listen, buddy, there's only room for one old person here, and that's me.
I think
All
that's
right."
so beast. I think
I
that's
was
so
like,
beast.
"That's awesome." She was
And
also getting ready to like take out Rachel.
I
I
do
was like,
think
"Yeah."
immediately, her and Angela, obviously first impression, she said, "I don't want Angela here." But I do think that her and Angela will either be very close, like
Or
allies,
on the complete
or they
opposite
will
side.
fucking hate each other and they will
Yeah,
get into fights.
I kind of
Like
hope they're allies.
as do I.
You know, I think that'd be
I
good for
agree.
both of them.
I agree. But yeah, I think she can do quite well. I think older women have been kind of great in Big Brother. None have won,
No, but they've
but
done the run. You
they've
know, they've made
historically
some good
been like
runs.
really interesting, well thought out, like like competent players. And so yeah, I'm really excited for Latrice. I like her. It will be kind of hard for her to win just because she is an older woman, and by the late game that becomes like very difficult. Like I think uh fucking like even Angela, right? Like Angela was a very good player, even though she's not remembered for being particularly good. Like she like had a pretty good sense of the game, but at some point it's just you just can't, like it becomes difficult when you're facing these young players who can realistically win any type of comp. Uh and some of them are just not suited for an older female player. So that
Yeah.
becomes a bit more of a difficulty. So I'm rooting for her. I really hope she does super well, but I am worried. Historically, the competitions kind of start to plateau and become very difficult because not very equitable competitions in Big Brother. I don't know if anybody's noticed this.
Mm,
But
mhm.
we'll see. I'm a fan early on. I do love that she was like, "Yeah, I don't know about Angela," and I'm excited to see how that develops. I think that's a very early on a dynamic I'm the most interested in. One of them is that it's like I wonder like if they like butt heads or if like it's more. I'm really interested in that. But yeah, so I like her, but we'll see how she does. Next up we have Lyric, who is from Hawaii.
She could do simple math. That was a good
She
start.
can. She can. She was on
She's
American
also
Idol.
a lawyer.
Yeah, she's an attorney. She was on American Idol. Katy
She
Perry yelled at
was.
her.
She did.
Uh,
I saw that.
I
Really
think I
funny.
have the least amount of feeling about Lyric, honestly.
Mm, mm.
Um,
She's gonna go pretty decently
yeah,
far.
yeah. Well, see, I think that's the thing is that's like I can see a lot of these people like going early or a lot of these people going far. She's the type of person who's like, yeah,
She's
she'll
giving
she'll
too
hit.
much Lauren.
Yeah, I think she is like she reminds me of a Lauren type where
Not
it's
to
like
typecast, but she is.
but, like, yeah, like with Lauren, it was the same vibe I had with Lauren last year where I was like, "I'm sure Lauren will be fine," and then Lauren
Mm,
was fine, and that was pretty much it. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm interested in how she does, but yeah, definitely another one that I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't really got much on her.
Yeah, she's connected to the most odd thing in the first episode, but I won't bring it up yet.
Okay. Um, Next up we have
There we go. Now I can
Mallory.
bring it up. Now I can bring it up.
Mallory is 24 years old from New Jersey, and she
Uh-huh.
is quite literally a rocket scientist.
She is the wild card of the season.
Sure, yeah,
I
actually,
have no idea how to feel. She a lot of people think she might be lying about who she is in terms of like being a little bit extra nerdy. But then she said she was a rocket scientist, and I said, I don't know, that kind of fits. But like people like checked her socials and stuff, and like this is not the same. This is not the same person. Uh if so, if that is what she's doing, that is the book of Dan Giesling. So shouts out. Um Yeah, I don't know. I'm very intrigued by Mallory. She did say she wanted to be best friends with Lyric. Is that her name?
Yes.
I know we just went over, but I already forgot it.
See,
It tells you all.
that's the lyric.
I almost
That's the
called her
lyric.
Lauren, to be fair. Uh, so
Damn,
so
we
that
fucked
doesn't
up.
help. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I don't know. I think she could be good if she can get friendly with people. But the little slight scary, overly obsessive, I need to be best friends with this person was throwing me off a little bit. I was like, I don't know there. That's never good. But we will see. We will see. She's kind of jacked too, which was, like I don't know. Again, wild card. I don't know yet. I could see her be real good friends with Angela. And I think that
That's
could do
such a
her a lot of good
yeah. I
or
could see
bad.
that as well.
But, like, I don't know, when she walked in, I was like, "I could see Angela connection here because Angela's gonna find someone. Will she trust them? I don't know, but she's gonna find someone, um, of the newbies, not just uh, like, we brought up Latrice, but I think Mallory's another one. I kinda want Mallory to be good. That's what I really want. I don't know if she will be. I don't know. I just don't know, man. I'm very unsure. I had said to you literally like I'm all in, and then before the first episode started, I'm like I'm out.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Yeah, like I don't know, man. But it's a wait and see, as are a lot of these people. But I do think that she might bring a flair to Big Brother that Big Brother often needs, and that's someone unpredictable.
Yeah, no,
Literally, like she has presented herself as so unpredictable because no one knows if this is actually her or not. So that's awesome.
yeah, I'm I'm interested in her. I feel like again, not to typecast, but and to do it back to back, but she does give me Kelly vibes from last year as well.
Well,
I
so
don't think
like
she will
she
be
does,
as
but she
I don't think
doesn't.
she'll be as abrasive. I think
Yeah,
she will blend a bit better with
I hope
the
so.
people of the Big Brother house. Because yeah, Kelly was pretty she was
Yep.
outcasted, but then she also like outcasted herself in a way. Like it was very
Yep.
interesting.
She was very
Um
frustrating.
Yes, because I thought she was like good at the game, but she was also really bad at the game.
She hated it.
Um,
Like she
yeah,
hated herself and the game sometimes.
but she's kept winning. So yeah, I think Mallory has more potential than Kelly, but I do, you know, like vibe wise, I could definitely see that.
Wild card.
Yeah, where it's like, yeah, I mean, like, what if she just wins all the competitions? Like, that's not
I
insane.
can see that.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, she's smart, she is athletic, she seems like
I
she
could see
can.
her be the best player.
That's
And
what
I
I
could
mean.
also
Like, I
see
could
her
see it.
be like the most annoying person or not annoying. Maybe that's not the right
I could
word, but
also just see
like
her get screwed over, like, pretty early on just because
yeah,
she doesn't
that's a
fit
big fear.
into certain areas of
We
the
just
game.
named every trait of a Big Brother player that we think can be good. That's
Yeah,
why she is the wild card.
I agree. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Next up, we have Melody, who is a 24-year-old corporate game show host. I don't
Yeah, I
know what
learned
that
what that
is.
was. So I learned what it was when she was explaining it. She like she is a game show host for a company that does game shows for companies. So like they're party type things, like
Okay.
party host thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
I
very
like I was
confusing.
watching, I was like, I still don't understand what's going
Yeah,
on.
I half understand it. Um, I did get a little bit I don't wanna be mean, but she was like, when I was younger, it was like, "Oh, I had acne and braces, and then I didn't." I was like, "Yeah, that sounds like being a kid for
Yeah,
sure.
I think
Good for
yeah.
you." And then she was
I,
like, "And
much like
now
most
I'm this."
people, went through
Yeah, that
adversity.
yeah, not I you know what? I will give her major credit. She was big hater vibes early. She
That was really
hated,
funny.
she
Drew.
hated Angela, she hated Drew, and I was
Yeah,
like, "Okay, alright, I could be on this train. I could be a fan of this. If you're gonna go full hater, I don't hate it. I think you need a hater on Big Brother."
I agree. I agree. And I think a hater can prosper, but a hater could
She
also
had a little bit of Leah vibe, not just because she's blonde, but, like, that kinda, like, emotion type thing of, like, "Yeah, no, let's not do this." Um, I
kind of no
actually like
bullshit
Leah
type.
a lot more
I
than,
liked I like Leah as well.
I think people remember her, but she was good. Um, yeah, I have I have some hope here, some hope here. I could also see her just fall into the big group and call it a day, though.
Yeah, and I think that could lead to early casualty as well. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I also appreciate that she's an immediate hater. I like that she was immediately like, I don't like this fucker. I don't like this one. Like, and it's like again, we didn't get much. She got one diary room, one confessional segment on the entire first episode, the least of anybody. And she used it to her advantage, not to her advantage, but she used it to say actual things, which I
Mhm.
appreciate. Because she was like, "Yeah, that motherfucker talks, and I'm getting tired of it
She
immediately." And
talked
I was like,
3
"Okay."
times and said, "I hate these
I think this could be the Tucker and Lisa moment, right? Where she's just
guys."
plotting on Drew's downfall for the first few weeks, and that's just something that she does, like she just works towards that in the background, right? Like, because obviously I think the first few weeks will probably be dominated by conversations amongst the icons, like, oh, how do we deal with them? How do we do it? Like with that. It, and I wouldn't be surprised if she just had like this underlying like, okay, but how about we get Drew out? Because he annoys
Right.
me. Like, and I appreciate that that's an early dynamic that I'm interested in. And yeah, I think she could do well. She's another one who I can see just kind of fall into being a like early boot, but I can also see her just really find a hit a stride in the game and
Mhm.
get a strong, be a juror even, like, like really get make headway. I'm not sure if she's someone I would pick as a winner, or a
No.
finalist, but I do think she could definitely make a good
Nope,
run
but
here.
she's a hater, and that's good enough for me.
Haters prosper, like I said. Next up, we have
Ugh,
Rome.
this is my least favorite based off the first
He
episode.
is a 28-year-old pickleball coach
Yeah, I
from
bet he is.
Traverse City, Michigan.
Mhm. Mhm.
He now lives in Florida, which makes sense.
Uh,
Um, just by his vibe. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. This guy, he gives off bad vibes immediately.
yeah.
Um,
He was a little too full of himself for day 1.
yeah, I agree. When he did that pose after he did the thing, my mom was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Fuck this guy! I fucking hate this guy. I don't like him." Like she was pissed because she was like, "I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm out.
like she was like I didn't have any sort of like vibe about him until that moment, and when he did that, it's like okay, I get who this person is, and I don't like
Yeah.
him." He also
Yeah.
called. He also just like casually used the term betas and submissives when he talked about
He
who he's
did
going
do
to
that.
surround himself with in the
He did
game.
do that. He did say that for
Don't
sure.
like that. Um,
No.
he sees himself as a hero.
He sees himself as a bro. I see him as a loser. Hope that helps.
A lot of other people in this house are going to see me as a villain just because I'm competitive and I like to talk trash, but I am a hero.
Mm. It's a real bummer he's safe this week. That's all I gotta
Yeah,
say.
yeah. No, I would have loved if he wasn't. Um, because yeah, I mean, like I like there's something about him. I think he'll do. I think I worry that he's going to be decent at this game.
I think he's going to be the problem and the last person to be eliminated before jury.
I could see that. Like
He's the
he
early season problem that we can't get rid of, and then
yeah.
boom, you get rid of him right at the buzzer type thing.
Like I think this is like we've seen it a million times before. Like obviously people compared him to Riley. Hope he's not like Riley.
Oh,
Um,
please, no, that'd be bad.
because I truthfully I just thought Riley was annoying. Like it wasn't even just that he was a like bad dude. I also just thought he was like genuinely not interesting and really fucking annoying.
Being a
Um,
bad dude didn't help.
no, not at all. That's what I mean. But yeah, so I obviously there are comparisons to him, and we've seen this guy a million times before. It feels like in Big Brother. Um, and yeah, I'm interested to see like this is like if season 21 just had like a concentration of all of them dudes into like one pickleball coach. You know what I mean? Like this is him. Like this is, you know, this is all of that. And he has a mustache, unlike those guys did. So yeah,
I
vibes
gotta
are
give
off.
you this. I gotta give you this. The This is kinda like a little breaking news thing, not really, but this was the best Big Brother season premiere number since 2021.
Well, we'll talk about that in a moment because I think I know why. And I've
Oh, that's
seen
a
it on
good
the
point.
timeline. And people are not happy. But yeah, Rome has. But I did see that, and I am fascinated by that, and we will talk about that because 2021 it was the best one since, right? You said that.
Yeah, best since 2021, best, Thursday premiere date since 2020, I think it said.
Yeah, I
Something
mean
like
that's like you know all stars, which obviously is going to have, and it was everybody was at
and
home.
COVID, yeah.
Yeah, and then
That's
it
good though.
was,
That's a good start, and like I said, I think there's a big reason why, and it's the next people we're talking about.
and then 2021 was when they were like, oh yeah, we don't hate black people anymore. Um,
They did do that.
Huge. I actually forgot two people because I was silly.
Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah.
So we have Taylor,
Yes.
who is 27 years old from Florida. Uh, I don't have a read on her. I will
No.
say she is very pretty. That was the I was just like my mom was like, oh my god, she is gorgeous. I was like, yeah, she's really like. Otherwise, I think she could be a good player. Like I think that she has all the makings. She seems like personable. I think she'll be a competent player. She'll be very strategic. She even said that, in her preamble. But yeah, like that was my main thing. I was like, oh my god, she is gorgeous. Like shout out to her. But yeah,
You
that
know,
was that
I
was my
did say
main
this to
take.
you. I did say this to you, like, Big Brother used to be like a big, like, "Oh, everyone needs to be hot" type thing. I thought they looked better once I watched the TV show.
That's
Does
what
that make
always
sense?
happens. They
Yeah,
they get these people with like some really bad, like some of these people get some really bad like promo pictures, and I'm just
they do.
like
Which
they
is
just
like a
it's
famous Big Brother trait, to be fair.
yeah. Not even just like, oh, they look ugly, but like some of them just look uncanny. Like when
Yeah,
you first look at this
and then you see them in the thing,
cast,
and you're like, "Oh,
and it's like, oh,
that's
these are
not."
all like normal, attractive looking people. Like
Yeah.
that's fine. But yeah,
Which
when
is
you
funny
first see
because we
like
got the
the
Broveal too. I still was like, "Eh."
but you look at the like the first time I looked at the cast picture, I was like, is that AI? Like, cause I was like my eyes weren't like adjusting. I was like, these people just look like, like I don't know, like all the cast pictures just looked weird off first glance. But yeah, like you're right that it like I don't know what it is about the cast pictures. They always look just kind of off. Um, but yeah, I thought that she very pretty. Will probably do very well. I'm hoping for her. I have high hopes for her. Hopefully she's the second second black Taylor to win the show. That's my hope. I'm rooting for her. And how are you feeling about her?
She gave me a good vibe. Like,
Yeah,
I can't read her as a player, but she gave me a good vibe. She brought positivity, which I think based on a few people that we were talking about, we'll take it. Interested to see, like, who she teams up with as always. Yeah, nothing bad to say about her. She was one of the people though, like, once you were in the house, it's like, "Oh, she's kinda not here yet." But, like, once
yeah,
they walked in, like, I remember her introductory video better than a few, but yeah, I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. I, again, don't like to do big swooping comments on the first show because these people can make you look really stupid really quickly.
yes, yes.
But I don't feel that way for her, so that's good.
Also, she has a crush on Ian, which shouts out. Love
Yeah, that
Ian.
popped me big time.
Ian's my
That was
dog.
great.
I love Ian, so shout out to him.
She was explaining, like, her perfect guy, and then she's like, "Ah," and I live
It's
Ian.
Ian.
It's like,
It's Ian.
it's like, "Alright, shuts out."
So yeah, that I appreciate that. I thought that was endearing
Who's
as
the
well.
other person we were missing?
Um, the alternate, Yash.
Ah, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. No. I forgot about him too. I did not like his vibe.
I think he's the most likely first boot off vibes alone.
Mm.
I know
Mhm.
again he could just win the game.
Well, he's not even supposed to be here, so
That yeah, like I don't know, like just vibes I didn't feel right. He feels like he will be similar to Drew, just a bit much for people. Maybe a bit, is eh. He's 24. He's from New Jersey, and yeah, and he mainly wants to find a wife on this show. Also, that is a theme across this season. Everybody seems to wanna like have sex in the Big Brother house. That's the vibe I'm getting. They're all like, "Yeah, I'm open. I am single and ready to mingle." It's like, okay, Angela and Devins are gonna kill you. I don't know if you've heard. This is not what that game is. Like, that's not the same thing. This ain't Love Island.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, so I don't know.
this ain't
Yeah,
Love Island.
yeah, he's the immediate like, okay, he's gonna be an early boot. That's my initial thoughts, especially once he lost the safety comp to um who did he play against? He lost to Jason. Once he lost that, I was like, okay, yeah, I think he's an early boot,
Mm.
but we shall see. Getting into the show, like I said, they fought for immunity. Three people got immunity. It was Jason, it was Rome, and it was somebody else that I'm forgetting. Do you remember? Chuck.
Jason, for those wondering.
Yes, Jason,
Chuck.
Chuck,
And
and
where is
Rome.
he? There he is. Yeah, those 3.
So the
Wanted to give people a look at who
yeah
they were.
the athletic guys won those
Which is
comps.
funny because not all the comps were, like, athletic,
No, no. Like
but
like the one Jason one, that was like I love that comp because it's something that like is
dude,
difficult, but
dude,
it's fun to
can we
watch.
talk about that real quick? Like,
Sure.
we're not supposed to go that long, but Lyric was so mad.
Yeah.
She was so mad,
To be fair, they
which,
were
like,
blasting those fuckers with fucking slime.
I
Like they
literally thought
cussed 'em.
they put extra on her, so I was like, "Nah, that's fair, I'd be pissed too." Like, she's small, like, she's a small
Yeah.
girl to begin with, I was like, "They that might have hurt." Like,
It
that might have been heavy.
it was rough. I mean, Melody got cooked. Like she like legit
Oh,
her
she
her
did.
like oh my god, that was crazy. Yeah, that comp was hilarious. I like the premise of the comp. I'm a big fan of like,
I always love those.
memory games like that. Yeah. But yeah, the slime was crazy. They actually got like that's the uh,
That
you
slime
know,
was thick.
that's the campy stuff I love. Is like, yeah, just like
Mm.
pellet them with slime. Like that's awesome. Fuck yeah. Um, but yeah, so those three won the safety competitions, and those safety competitions brought back three icons, reality TV icons. The first was our girl, your girl, Angela Murray. She
Mm.
is back, and
Dude, the I've never seen what I saw yesterday, which was, first of all, them revealing it beforehand, which is, with the video of, like, a back bitch,
mhm.
and, like, the MLB account tweeted, Angela Murray's gracing our screens again. Oh, by the way, baseball's on until then. Like, that is a literal tweet they made. And I'm like, this tells me everything I already thought, that Angela Murray is one of the most famous and well-known Big Brother players of, like, the past decade, which is insane to me, but it's because she went viral 75 times for all the
Such a
most
funny
ridiculous
play.
reasons. Like, Angela, listen, I'm not her biggest fan, but she's good for the show. That makes sense?
Yeah,
Like,
and
she is,
she's like, and I said this earlier, but the thing is, she's a good player. Like
yeah,
fundamentally, she
like,
knows the game. Like
she
she
could have
knows what's
done
happening.
really good the first time. She did things she shouldn't have. But she could have done even better if she
Yeah,
didn't freak out after everything. But that was, like, half the fun.
yeah. No, I
Um,
agree.
like, her, first night, we're just gonna spoil that Rachel got eaten by a dinosaur here.
Yeah.
Like, her being so pumped that Rachel fell was like, that's insane. Like, yeah, and you know what? We're breaking this. Introduce the last person so I can do
Oh,
this.
uh, then
We don't have to. Everyone knows Angela. Like,
yeah, and then Rick Devens from Survivor.
who people are
Uh,
very excited about, and I
yes,
actually liked
Survivor
him.
38.
I thought he was fun.
I'm not a Survivor guy. I don't
I'm
watch much
not either.
Survivor. Um,
but I
So
do
I
know the third person very well, so
yeah, yeah, that is true. But immediate vibes from Devins. I'm a fan. I think
yeah.
he brings something unique. Very often, and how old is he? I can't get a read on this guy.
I'm
How
thinking like
old is
40
Devins?
something. Rick
42.
Devin.
Actually, a bit
Yeah,
younger than
nailed it.
expected. That's he. No offense to him, looks a bit older, just a little bit. Um,
Well,
but
when he was younger, he looked like Jared from Subway, so that's not great.
not good at all. Um,
No.
but yeah, I think people often are like, man, it sucks that like there's no good old people on Big Brother anymore. No good old men on Big Brother anymore. I very much there are plenty of good
I
old women on Big Brother. Uh,
love the idea of Survivor players entering the house
yeah, me too. I think it's awesome.
because okay, so I watch The Challenge pretty
Mhm.
religiously, and that's a show that brings on a lot of Survivor players, a lot of Big Brother players, right? And the stigma around Big Brother is like, "Ugh, they're Big Brother players." That is from, like, everyone on the challenge, especially Survivor players.
Mhm.
So, to see these Survivor players step into the house, and not just like Suri Fields, who hated Big Brother, and told everyone on the
Told
Sur
Devin specifically that it was
yeah,
torturous
"Don't
and that
go
he
on
should
it."
never do it.
Right, and I saw a lot of people be like, "Do you remember Suri Fields this season?" Yeah, I'd feel that way too.
Sure.
Um Which is yeah, very fair. I think he's fascinating. Like I watched a video of him like, "Would you ever do Burger?" He's like, "No." Maybe. Nah, my wife wouldn't let me. Nah, I don't want to do Big Brother.
Their
Maybe.
fans
I'm like, this is
suck.
and I'm like, this I was like, this guy's the exact type of guy that should be stepping from Survivor to Big Brother. So I'm in. Uh I think this is gonna be a fun guy. I think he's probably gonna be in big trouble pretty quickly in terms of like he might be seen as the threat if people know what he did in Survivor, which based on Jason's reaction, that is what happened. He instantly said, "We can't trust this guy." That's where he might walk into something, but I think he's going to be a clever player and probably get himself around it. I'm interested to see how he's going to make connections because he's a little bit on the older side. Um, I mean, the three icons should just team up, but we will see if that's ultimately what
I
happens.
think I think I think the two let's get into spoilers. Spoilers for BB Unlocked, which is happening tonight. In five, four, three, two, one. I think him and D can probably just steamroll basically everybody. Um, D,
Can we talk about
yes, we can
D?
talk about D.
So I watched D on the challenge,
Mm,
which she wasn't as good as on that as Big Brother, but she's very good. She's very cutthroat. She's very I'm here to win, which you should be in
yeah,
any situation that is a reality game show. But I digress. D is awesome though, and I'm very excited for D. I'm very excited to see her enter the house and how she attacks it. Because she's very young. She's done 2 seasons of Survivor and won a Survivor season, as well as gotten pretty far in the challenge. I think she got eliminated right before the final.
yeah,
Um, so she's awesome. I think she was instantly my favorite when I saw her name, like even potentially. I was like, okay, that's a good one. And I like that she's willing to do all these different games too. I think that is I think that's something you can respect for someone's like, "Oh yeah, I'll do Survivor. Oh yeah, I'll do the challenge. Oh yeah, I'll do Big Brother." Like if you're going that order, usually you wouldn't go from the challenge and Survivor to Big Brother. That's a very
yeah.
big change up. But the way I saw her handle herself in the challenge, I've watched some clips about her Survivor stuff. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I think she's certainly the most interesting player. I think it is. I think the way that they've done this, and I saw this take on Twitter a bit, was kind of interesting because, like, these players, like these newbies, um, they presumably maybe have watched some Big Brother or all Big Brother, but the assumption that the big third reveal is a Survivor player is kind of interesting because it immediately kind of paints a target on D's back that I don't know if anybody would naturally have, because like I can't expect most of these people to have watched Survivor. Because most of these people don't seem like they watch anything. You know what I mean? Like that's my that's my take. So I think it's interesting that they save D for the third or even the fourth, quote unquote.
She's the big dog,
Yeah,
like,
she's been
that's
kayfabed
how they've
to be the
presented her.
like, oh, she's the ringer, right? Like she's the ringer for
Yeah.
the. So it's like I think that is like an interesting choice. But I mean, yeah, she won Survivor. She's aiming to be the first person to win both Survivor and Big Brother, which would be the most insane thing ever. Like one of the biggest accolades an American reality TV star could have. Um, and yeah, I'm really excited for what she brings to the table. I think we needed somebody like D, right? Like I haven't seen her full season of Survivor, but she is somebody who you could just tell uh just has a lot of thought and care behind everything she does and every move she
Mhm.
makes. And I just think you need that, in Big Brother. I think as much as I've really enjoyed the past couple seasons, there's been so many people who like act first and think later and are very like just like they make good TV, right? Like the Tuckers of the world make good TV. Um, the I don't know what Vince was. He thought, but then he was just like, I'm not going to do that actually. Um, but like though they make good TV, but I think someone like D is a bit more cerebral, a bit more, um, I don't know. I'm just really excited to see how her game translates to Big Brother, and I'm happy they got her because I think, like I said, I think her and Devins can really do some damage. I think Angela's the harder one because one, Angela seems like the type who would be like very much like I'm the Big Brother star. I was on Big Brother.
Mhm.
I want to beat these Survivor fuckers. You know what I mean? Like I could see her being very
Yeah.
like mad about that, and her being like the two survivors are going to want to come for me. Like I can see her like immediately being paranoid about that, about like Devons and D inherently having some type of bond or connection or alliance. Like I could see her immediately clocking that just because that's how it is and being way too aggressive about that. So I have a hard time seeing those two work together, right? But
Yeah.
I think that like that's the Angela. That's the Angela. That's what you want from
Oh,
Angela.
yeah.
Is for her to
Oh, yeah.
immediate like I saw a tweet of like like it was like D and Devin's just like talking about their experience on Survivor in the middle of the night, and then Angela in her room just like having like
Yeah, I saw
oh
that.
yeah, like being a paranoid psycho, being like this is all like just day two,
Oh, yeah.
and that's just the Angela. That's what she does, and so it's like I'm interested to see that dynamic, especially like you said, Angela was pissed, was like stoked that Rachel got eliminated,
Oh, yeah, she
not
was
eliminated,
heated
but got killed,
originally.
quote unquote. Like
She was like, "I
that,
didn't sign up for
yeah,
that."
like that's immediately something that you gotta look at. Like I think she
Yeah.
will try to cultivate the newbies against the survivors,
Mhm.
which I think creates an
Yeah.
interesting dynamic because it, I think the survivors are going to be hard to get out. Like I think Devon's, he's not going.
Survivors are always so I've learned Survivor players are
Are
just the
psychotic.
hardest to get. Yeah, like, they especially for 2 people that have gone back twice.
Yeah.
Like, they've done it twice. They said, "Let's live on the island twice." That's crazy, and she's won, so it's like there's a different level there. Yeah, Angela's not gonna like D.
No, that's what I
They
mean.
might for, like, a week or 2, but it's not gonna last
I
long.
think that's such a like because you feel like the icons need to team up because that just feels natural. But that is such a tumultuous relationship that it seems so clear that it
If the
will.
survivors can get a few newbies on their side, they're running through this season.
I think you're right.
They're running through this season because, like, I we also have to assume they're gonna work together.
Let's look at this stuff.
Yeah, this is good to have up. This obviously is the full roster here. Um, yeah, I don't know, like, the if this season didn't have truly the 4 people that have been on reality shows, of some sort, we should include Jason in this, I know he's not, considered the reality icon, but, like, if they didn't have those 3 plus Jason, woof. That's how I'd be feeling for this season. But I'm excited. I'm very excited for D. I'm very excited for what she can bring as someone who's watched her in different competitions and competitions that are like very demanding. I don't know if you've never seen the challenge, like that is a very demanding competition show. Like you are you are getting like thrown off of stuff into like oceans and then swimming through them and stuff like, and then there's Survivor where you're trying to survive on an island. So like to compare the two is very funny to then Big Brother, where it's a lot of downtime, it's a lot of trying to be creative and make relationships. I think she might go insane having to do that. But I also think she could probably win like every competition she wanted to.
Yeah, and Devin's even brought that up that like the idea of there being like days where nothing happens
Yeah.
might might get to him and
Yeah,
might
yeah, yeah.
make him make errors, right? And that's I think the
Mhm.
same thing could be said for D because that is just like a natural
Yeah. It
difference.
it really is, what? Is there 17 people
Yeah.
at the moment? Yeah, there's 16 newbies and then Angela.
Hmm.
Like, that is what this is. That's why I welcome the Survivor edition. Like, yes, they've done reality TV, so they have an idea, but they haven't done this. Like, they haven't
Yeah.
lived somewhere for 90 days outside of the world with a lot of nothing to do, a lot of strategizing. So it's gonna be really interesting. And I don't know who's gonna win this show, which I think is a good feeling. I have an idea of who could be in the conversation, but the more we talked about, the more excited I am for it naturally, which is good. And we will see how that goes.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want to do the draft portion? Because I feel like you have a bit more of a know of what we want to do. Do you want to host that bit?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah, yeah. So we're gonna do a little draft. I saw this that they did this on Big Brother Unlocked last year, actually.
yeah.
So I was just really taking it from them. So everyone picked 4 people.
Mhm.
And essentially the idea is like you're just trying to have people that last the longest.
Sure.
And if the person wins, you win essentially. So it's not more so point based. It's more you are trying to win. Like you
Mhm.
want the winner. You want to pick the winner. And since we're 2 people, we're only picking less than half the field, which I think is even more interesting for us. We could do 6 if we wanted to, but I do think it's or 5. We could do 5 maybe, just to beef it up a little bit so that we don't lose all our people and say the last the last 9 are all the people we didn't
That
pick.
would be
That'd
hilarious.
be that'd be wicked funny. I think we actually deserve more points for that. But the idea is you win if your person makes it
This
further than
season
the
would
other, and then
suck if that happened because I know the people we're
oh,
not
yeah, I
picking.
know,
This season
I
would suck.
know, I know. So, yeah, like, it's a fun little idea. We'll have our people to cheer for each week or hate cheering for each week. Just it gives you an added, addition to it, and I think we could do, like, a snake draft so it's more fair,
Hmm,
like,
works for me.
I think that's more fair as well. Um but yeah, I think it's a fun idea. I literally watched the first episode of Big Brother Unlocked, never watched another one, but I liked the fantasy idea that they did last year. So, I will write down who is on each team with a
Okay.
pen and paper, old fashioned.
I'll make a graphic of it maybe for next
Yeah,
week.
yeah, and we can just continuously look at it. Like, how's this going? I mean, we can add like an HOH, like if that matters, type thing to it if we really want to, like
Yeah, I think
HOH
I think
veto wins. But
I
I
think
like
our
the idea of
goal.
just trying to survive.
Yeah, I think our goal should be jury. Like if you
Yeah.
if your players get to jury, good job. If they didn't,
Yeah,
tough.
and obviously,
Uh,
if you pick
and
the
obviously you
winner,
want the winner.
awesome.
Obviously you want the winner. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I,
so
I
we'll do
think
5
that's
per team,
okay.
um, because that way at least we have a little bit over half, but still, like, plenty of room to no one really wins here, and I
Want to
think
flip a
it's fun.
coin on the Googles?
Sure.
I could do that. I got that bit. You call.
Okay. Heads.
It is heads. You pick
Hey,
first. That's
I'm
unfortunate.
picking D.
Yeah, I know.
So, but you get to go back and forth. You get to
Yeah,
go, we could have done the back and forth thing even a little less unfair, but I'm game to make things fair.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're a bit chalk for this. I'm gonna pick Devins and Jason, because I do think
Okay.
those two are kind of who I'm eyeballing the most.
I
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. All right. So nice and quick. So you have Devin and Jason. I have D and who? Ooh. I'm gonna take Angela just because I think she's gonna go for a while.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
think I think
again,
her I think her aura could carry her at least as jury.
yeah, like I think that's a big part of this, right? I'm like, some people I'm picking to try to win, but other people I'm trying to pick like I just need you here. Like I
I
just
think
need you to be here.
I think the biggest worry amongst the returners is I think D might have the Janelle juju on her,
Oh yeah.
where
Oh
where
yeah.
they're like, "Oh no,
We
you
need
can't
to
be
get
here."
her out.
Yeah, well, you can't be here.
All right.
But
Yeah.
I'm hoping she can form relationships before that.
So
Because
now
even though she's on your team, I am rooting for D.
mhm.
D is kind of like who I'm thinking about rooting
Yeah, I
for.
mean, that's why I wanted first pick. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it was pretty chalk how this was gonna go.
yeah.
Now it's like, all right, here we go. I think I'm actually gonna pick Taylor.
Damn, I was gonna pick Taylor. Okay.
Yeah, I think she's gonna stick around. I liked her vibe. Again, this is really funny to do because there's not a single trace of live feed, um, outside of like the rumored HOH winner. So
Mm,
like no idea how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna pick her, and then you'll have your third and fourth pick here.
okay. Um, I'm gonna go with. Ooh, decisions.
Yeah, it's hard now because it's like, oh, boy.
Um, I'm gonna go with Barrett,
That was who I was debating.
and I'm gonna go with Latrice. I think she could
I
do well.
like that.
I'm
I
I'm
like
I'm
that a
really,
lot.
I like I'm a, scoregami type of guy. So I
Yeah.
would love it if an older player won because that just doesn't happen. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Angela has a bit of baggage for me.
Yeah.
I have, I have a
Uh-huh.
love-hate relationship with Angela, so it's like but I'm rooting for Latrice. I would love
I'm
somebody
so
older than her.
tempted to just pick the hater in Melody, but I don't think she actually will make it far. Um, hmm. All right, 2 picks here. Kinda wanna pick Chuck. Yeah, give me Chuck.
Damn. Okay, I thought I could leave him. I don't know. There's something about Chuck.
No, I like Chuck, man. I He's got charisma.
There's something about him. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I still can't get over the fact that he picked Corey. I was like, what does this
I
guy know?
know.
What does this guy
I
know?
know. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I just saw a picture of him flipping off Camus, so, uh,
That's oh man.
that kinda just won me over to make him my pick.
Oh no, yeah.
I don't know if it
Chuck's
was real, but I think it
Chuck's a gas.
was. And you know what? Listen, I said it at the beginning, I said it throughout. There was a wild card on this show. I'm taking Mallory with my last pick. I don't know how this is gonna go. It could be she could be out tomorrow. But listen, that's kind of the beauty. Listen, at the end of the day, I picked D here to try to win this thing. Everyone else was I was punting on like the obvious two others to get the first pick. So otherwise, let's go, man. So who's your last pick?
I Problem is I don't like any of
Anyone else?
them. I like Ashley, so I'll pick Ashley. I'll bring it back home to Chicago. For the second year in a
Oh
row.
man.
Second Ashley. Second Ashley from Chicago. Let's go for two.
So for the people watching the teams, and we'll have graphics up next week.
Mm,
But my team is D, Angela, Taylor, Chuck, and Mallory, and then Dylan's team is Rick Devins, who I wrote Devins, but it's
yeah.
Rick. Jason, Barrett, Latrice, and Ashley.
Truthfully, if any of our people win, I'm pretty chill. I think that's where I'm at.
Uh,
Like I
yeah, like I think we kind of did a
the other ones
process of elimination
yeah, the
here.
other ones like I just generally don't really
Melody's the
like.
only person I would
Melody's
have
fine.
kind of
Yeah.
liked to be picked because she was pure hater, but I just don't see her lasting long.
but we'll see. Hey, if Lyric wins the game, then fuck us. You know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I
hey,
have
go
no
off.
problem with her, to be
Yeah,
fair.
that's what I mean. But yeah,
Just too much Lauren.
so yeah, we got 10 of the 17. We'll see. We'll see who
10
wins.
of the
We'll see.
17. Let's see who loses someone week 1.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, we are. Well, no, we have Chuck and Jason, so Rome's the only safe one that we didn't pick. Um, so
Yeah.
inshallah, neither of us
Yeah, I feel
lose.
pretty good about the icons, and they were all picked, so
Like I said, I'm the most worried about D because I think people will see her as like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
she can't be here type of thing.
Doesn't
Uh,
matter, I was always picking her 101.
but we do have the arena. We have AI
Yeah, that's
arena. They
true.
announced that was coming back or
That really will
blockbuster.
make getting her out tough
Yeah.
for a while.
Um.
Um,
So yeah,
which I
I think
like the arena, by the way, because of, like, strongest players not getting screwed, but
as do
it
I.
does defeat part of what Big Brother is.
I think they need to get rid of it earlier this year because like last year they
Yes.
did it until like final five or something. And
Last
I was
year,
like,
it was the entire season.
yeah, don't do that. I think until jury is chill. I think first 5 weeks, sure, but I think until jury, um, I think post jury you should go back to uh traditional, in my opinion. That's my take on it. But yeah, no, I'm a fan of them bringing that back, especially for early game because uh I think it was getting a bit chalk. It was getting a bit basic, where it's like, yeah, obviously, this is the one person everybody wants out. We're just gonna get them out by backdooring them.
Big news for my last pick, Mallory. Dan Giesling said if it's true that that's what, Mallory did, then that's his pick to win.
Valid, valid.
I was like, "That's
You know,
real."
Dan brought up a story, and I've been trying to figure out who it was, but apparently, like a friend of Dan's asked him to talk to his friend who was on Big Brother a couple years ago, and
Mm.
he was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he took the phone call, and he was like, "Hey, yeah, I'm Dan. Like, what? I hear you're going on Big Brother. What do you want to know?" He's like, "Nothing. I don't need to learn anything." And Dan's like, "Would you believe me if I
Alright.
said he lost?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck was it? I need to know. I need to figure this out." But he didn't
That's
give any
crazy.
timelines or anything, so I was like, "Oh
So
man, that sounds so. I gotta know who that is."
so as we wrap up here to review, we're very uncertain about everyone. That makes the draft even funnier.
Yeah.
Um, that's why it was fun, right? Like,
Mm,
that's part of it. That's why you do it at the very beginning. I'm very excited about the season naturally. I think the conversation helped a lot. Excited to see how our teams do. And I'm kind of just excited to get to the episodes that I actually like, which are the Sunday and Wednesday episodes. So
yeah.
it'll be nice to actually see Big Brother be played soon. It
Yep.
feels like we got an appetizer, not the actual show.
No, I totally agree. I'm like, I'm ready for the games to begin.
Let's
Um,
go, Chuck. It's my
yeah, let's
guy.
go Chuck. Even though he's not on my team, I'm hoping Chuck does well.
I,
That's
I
that.
picked a lot of people that you are hoping do well, to be
Yeah, no,
fair.
like I said, we kind of picked the players that I think
Yeah.
we both like
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
enough relatively. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
thanks to
The only two I'm like, about are our last picks, which tracks.
yeah, yeah, no, I'm with you there. We'll see how they do. But shout out to Reality TV Fan on Instagram for this graphic. It's a beautiful, beautiful graphic.
Yes.
And yeah, that's the show. Thank you so much for listening. We will be back next week to talk about the first eviction. I think they haven't talked about the what the schedule is for first week, but I imagine first live evictions next Thursday. Um,
Yeah. They did at the end of
which
the show.
oh, did they say that? I missed it.
They snuck it
Um,
in there.
okay, yeah. So we'll talk about the first live eviction next week, and we will at the end of that show reveal who the head of household is according to the feeds, and we will talk about what we expect from the week to come. Not only just the
Yep.
first live eviction, we'll talk about everything. We'll talk about who won HOH. Talk about the whole week of Big Brother for whole first week,
Bingo.
and then we will kind of look forward to the next week, and that will be our plan for the next what 16 weeks, 15 weeks, however many rounds
Mhm.
they end up playing. There'll probably be less. There'll be double evictions, I imagine. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, time travel, I like it. Like I think it's cheesy, but if you're gonna have a gimmick, I
As
think
long
time
as they
travel.
time
I'm
travel into parts of old seasons too,
That
I'm
would be
fine.
fun. That'd be fun. I think, I think it'd be interesting if they did you actually never mind, we don't gotta talk about that. But yeah, I think there can be a lot of fun to be had with time travel. I think shocked they haven't done that gimmick yet, honestly. Like, it seems pretty obvious. It's crazy they got to the mastermind before they got to time travel. You know what I mean?
They did AI.
Yeah, they did AI. Like, I don't know, like they did poker, gambling. They've done so many, there's plenty of themes, but it's like kind of shocked that it took this long to go to time travel. But I like it. If we're gonna have a theme, I kind of fuck with the theme. It's kind of a good, cool vibe. It's something, and for as much as we might not love the, kind of like campy aspects of the show, when they aren't, I prefer it when they're not as bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it overall, but if you're gonna have a theme, at least do a good theme. I think time travel, pretty cool theme. Dinosaur was a bit much, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. But Scott, tell the people how to talk to you, how to see you, how to find you, and all that good jazz, and I'll take us home.
Yeah, you can just follow me at Scott E Wrestling. That's the best place to find everything I'm doing. And otherwise, I'm excited for another Big Brother season. You will learn very quickly how we're feeling about this season if our weekly episode becomes a bi-weekly episode, or if we completely disappear from the no, that won't happen.
Yeah,
Um, we're in it for the long run. It's just a matter of, is this season boring and nothing happens, or is there, hopefully keeps us engaged like a season should do. I mean, last year, which was bad, was worth talking about every week. So,
yeah,
you know, then I think that's like the lowest bar you could hope for. So, hope for. There's lower bars,
yeah,
obviously, in the history of this show. But I mean, just in terms of things happening. So, we will see. I'm excited, and thank you for joining us.
yeah. Get at me on Twitter at xxichiban, 21 on the mic, number one in your heart. We I'm excited to do this. I love Big Brother. I've been thinking about Big Brother for the past like month. I've been hyped. I've been excited, and I'm happy we're finally here. Excited to be diving into the live feeds a bit more. I'm not usually a massive live feeder, but I think this year is the year that I get really into
Highly
keeping up.
recommend it at night when you're doing nothing. Just put it
Yeah,
on in the background because they
yeah,
don't do anything else any other time of the day.
yeah. They just kind of like exist for a while. But yeah, so I'm really kind of pumped for kind of diving even deeper into Big Brother. I'm hoping that these newbies don't ruin it for me, but we'll see. What I need you guys to do now is tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell everybody you fucking know that On the Block is the best Big Brother podcast in the biz. Get at us. Listen next week. Listen this week. Listen to our draft from a few weeks ago. Have a good day. Talk to you next time from outside of the Big Brother house, far outside the Big Brother house, like thousands of miles away from the Big Brother house. I've been Dylan. He's been Scott. Thank you for listening.